All right, Craigo, time for our 28ers to get a little bit of Harper tough love.
Love it.
What are your non-negotiables?
So when we talk about non-negotiables, we're talking about those things that for us, in terms of what we want to do, be, create, change and influence, I'll say it again, do, be, create, change and influence, need to be non-negotiable. So what are the things that for you, so even as an organisation, 28 has certain standards, values, practices, habits, goals where if I said to you, mate, what's non-negotiable for this company and this organisation, you'd reel off a lot of things.
Yep.
And then same with any corporation. Then I would say to the 28ers, for you in terms of what you want to do with your body, right? What needs to be, what thing about food or exercise or lifestyle needs for you to be a non-negotiable? Yeah. So it's an all the time, this is just what I do. I don't do this when I'm pumped or excited or in the zone or having a good day. Yeah. This is what I do. Because when something becomes a standard, when something becomes a commitment, right? The difference between motivation, which we've spoken about before, and a commitment is motivation's a temporary emotional space that we get into, but a commitment is an all the time mindset.
Yep.
Where I go, well, I'm committed to this process. I'm committed to this standard. I'm committed to doing this thing.
And this doesn't mean perfection.
100%
we don't want
no.
to confuse our 28ers that means you have to make all these incredible promises that are in a perfect realm and you're not going to be able to maintain.
In fact, the opposite, because like we're normal and we're human and we stuff up.
Yeah.
And you go, well, that's cool. Welcome to a really big club. So does he and so do I. We're all dickheads sometimes. I don't know if I can say that. But,
you can.
But, that's just what we do. But it's there's an old saying, it's not what happens that matters, it's how you react to what happens that matters. And the thing is that on this journey of physiological transformation and self-discovery, we're all going to stuff up, and that's cool. But it's what we do with that, and it's what we learn about us along the way. And so part of that is, to get clear about for you, for me, for you, what's non-negotiable. So for example, one of my non-negotiables is I don't drink alcohol.
Sure.
I'm not saying anyone else should do that or shouldn't do that.
That's yours.
That's me. And so there's no will I or won't I, because it's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
There are certain things in business. I got asked recently to endorse something that I don't want to endorse, and it doesn't align with my values and who I am.
The vibrating ab cruncher.
That's well, they nearly got me over.
They nearly had the right price tag.
Yeah, that's right. I am affordable at a price. No, I'm only kidding. But you know what I mean? And it's just that, and it's not hard. And when we say, all right, well, this is my non-negotiable, this is my absolute, then it gives us a lot more clarity about what's okay and what's not okay.
So I know that a lot of 28ers think they do it, but they've got a little asterisk. It's my non-negotiable Monday to Thursday night, and then I have a whole different set of parameters from Thursday to Sunday, which means I unravel. So if they're going to be your non-negotiables, they have to be exactly that, don't they?
Of course. Otherwise, it's not otherwise you're bullshitting yourself. You're just telling yourself a story. And I think the thing is that, look, we definitely don't need to be negative, or we don't need any self-loathing. But what we need is humility, honesty, and self-awareness. So, like for example, when I'm talking about food issues, right? Which who doesn't have a food issue? I put up my hand and I go, I'm an exercise scientist. I've been doing this for 35 years. I'm reasonably educated. I understand how people work and bodies work, and I have a food issue. I have a food issue. I still need to be really careful about how I behave, the ex-fat kid, how I behave in certain situations, because if I open the cheesecake door, I'm not coming back anytime soon. And I just know it's like, we all have a relationship with food, and it's just being real about that. It's like some people have a relationship with drugs or alcohol, and I work at the coalface of addiction in one of my many roles with addicts, and in some ways I'm like an addict around food, so I just need to manage that, and I think it's just having that awareness and getting clear about for you what needs to be absolute or non-negotiable. Then it makes the decision-making process much easier moving forward.
And don't start with too many.
100%.
Start with the most important ones, and then as your journey continues and as you're trying to better yourself and progress, add some new ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
Perfect.